Welcome back to Couch Decoders. We are in Module 5, Query Writing 2. We are going to be introducing someone named Mr. Distinct-uished. The outline for this module is broken up into two parts. Part 1 is we will introduce Mr. Distinct-uished, and when I wrote that title, I was imagining Mr. Peanut, but Canva does not allow Mr. Peanut as one of their graphics, so I got this Monopoly Man guy instead. After we introduce Distinct-uished and do a couple examples using that, then you're going to get your hands dirty doing your own practice problem using Distinct. For time budgeting, the first video is about 12 minutes with an example you can follow along, and part 2 with the answers and going over the question is 10 minutes. I'd give yourself a little extra time for both of these videos because you are going to be writing queries yourself, and so that might take a little bit of time while you're pausing the video and going back and forth. So let's get started on part 1. What is the keyword distinct? Distinct is a keyword in BigQuery that will, when applied with a select statement, return only unique values. For example, if I did select star, that would return every single column and every single row. If I have duplicates in the data, select star will pull that. If I did select distinct star, BigQuery will look through the data row by row and remove any duplicate data and only return one value for each type of row. So the big thing that you want to remember here is that distinct kills duplicates. Distinct kills duplicates. So if you ever have duplicates in your data and you don't want it, if you apply distinct, that will remove them for you. Let's go into an example using a toy data set. So as we know, sometimes data is repeated and we only want unique values. For example, suppose we have data on animal patients from a local veterinarian hospital. And this is our table right here in this bottom left-hand part of the screen. We have name, we have species, and we have color. You'll notice that we have multiple types of animals in the data. We have dog, cat, and prince. But we see that we have 2 dogs, 1 cat, 1 prince. Suppose the veterinarian wanted to know what different types of animals do we take care of in our hospital, and I want a list of it. If I just told BigQuery, hey BigQuery, give me the column species, I would end up getting dog, dog, cat, prince. But that's not what I want. What I want would be one value, 1 row for dog, 1 row for cat, 1 row for prince. If I wanted just one of each, I would have to do select distinct species. So if I do select species, this is what I get. Dog, dog, cat, prince. No, that's not what I want. Instead, if I say select distinct species, then I would get only 1 value for dog. So by applying distinct to the column species, it cuts out this dog right here. Bam. Now that we've reviewed the concept of distinct, let's open our BigQuery console and do a couple examples together. Okay, here I am in my BigQuery console. We want to make sure that this is selected to the My Project. And if you're here at the home screen, we want to open up either the Editor tab or the Untitled. And if you don't see those, you can always click this plus right here. Okay. So as a reminder, I've already put in my header for my example 3. We're using the same tables that we've been using in all of our examples. I'm going to show you a cool little feature that you can do in BigQuery. Even if it's commented out, if I hit Control and I click, BigQuery will pull open this table here so that I can look at the schema, the details, and I can preview the table. So the problem that's being asked of us is find the unique number of pickup location IDs. Whenever I have a problem in data, my first step is to take a look at my table and just kind of see what kind of data I have and get expectations of what's going to happen. So let's do that now. So I opened up my table and I can see all the different columns. And I'm going to put this on the same tab. That way I get a little bit more eye real estate. So as I'm scrolling along, and here I see the pickup location ID. I also see that this little window is showing me 1 of 50 rows out of, is that 27 million? Out of a lot. So I can't look through this one by one and try to find the number of pickup IDs in here. If I wanted to find the unique number, I'm going to have to use my distinct. So as I'm looking through here, I see 132, 88, 70. Okay, there seems to be a bunch of numbers and I don't really know a whole lot about it. Let's go back to our query tab and we're going to do select distinct pickup location ID and then see all the different unique pickup locations. So here's my table. I'm just going to do a quick copy paste. If you're following along in the example, I'm going to do just a select pickup location ID for example purposes. I'm going to do limit 10 and just see what I get back. So in this case, it looks like they're all unique. I don't have any duplicates. But if I did, let's say 20, let me return 20 rows. I can see, all right, I have 132 and it's already occurring within these 20 rows. It's already occurring a couple times. So I definitely have duplicates in the data for this column. So if I just do select pickup location ID, it's just going to literally copy that column and return it to me in this little window. If I do select distinct pickup location ID and I run this, Control Enter, I see, okay, now these are all unique. These are all unique. I don't have any duplicates. The next thing you'll notice is that since I had specified BigQuery, give me the unique pickup location IDs, but only return 20 rows. What if I have 100 pickup IDs? This would not give me every single pickup ID because I've cut it off at 20. So this is one of the few cases where we are going to turn off this limit function and run it again. And that's because we want every single unique pickup location ID. So I'm going to do select distinct pickup location ID. From where? From my taxi trip data. Control Enter. Okay, now I could go through and try to filter through or count all the different pickup location IDs, but BigQuery already told me that I have 265 entries. What does this mean? This means that in our taxi data that we have, there are 265 different places a taxi can pick up someone that's like a pickup spot. We don't know exactly what the pickup spot is. Is a pickup spot a zip code? Is it someone's house? That's a question for another time. At this stage of the game, what we do know is that within this taxi data, there are 265 unique pickup location IDs. So So this was a pretty quick example. Before we wrap up this lesson, I want to go back and do a knowledge check, just touching base on all of the different keywords that we've been learning so far. For the knowledge check, I'll ask the question. I suggest that you pause the video and either quickly imagine what the answer would be or write it down. If you write it down, you have the benefit of having notes as you go. So, dealer's choice. What does select star mean? What select star means is that I want to return all of the columns. What does from do in a query? From tells us what table that we want to use for our query. So from is literally exactly as it sounds. From where? From this table. How do you select specific columns? You can specify the columns that you want to pick, if you don't want to pick all of them, by listing them by name. So you type in the column name and you separate each column name with a comma. When do you use distinct? You use distinct when you want to remove duplicates from your data. And last but not least, what does limit do? Limit specifies the number of rows that you would like to have. So in contrast with select, select is talking about how many columns we want. We want to go along our data columns. Limit tells us how many rows. We're going horizontal across our data. How many rows do we want to have? Let's wrap up everything we've gone over in this lesson. First, we learned what the distinct keyword is, and we have our cute little thing to remember. Distinct kills duplicates. We also completed a quick demo using the distinct keyword along with a select, from, and limit. And then we rounded out this lesson doing a quick knowledge check on all of the keywords we've learned so far. In the next lesson, I'll give you an opportunity to practice using the different keywords we've learned, including distinct. See you then. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, I would be so appreciative if you could like the video and subscribe to help me create more content for you. Thank you.